And I get a lot of people asking me at times, do you really think beverages have a chance? I'll tell you, I think our growth is going to be exponential. I think we're just scratching the surface on what's possible for this category, for a simple reason that drinking is more socially acceptable. Depending on the style of the drink and the ingredients in it, it could be a much healthier way to consume cannabis. We benefit from nanotechnology, and I know when our founder was speaking here a couple of years ago, he talked about the barriers for the category, one being, science, and the fact that, cannabis molecules are not water soluble. Well, thanks to technology, thanks to some brilliant PhDs and the work that's going on in that community, it unlocked the potential for cannabis to be consumed as a liquid. That's powerful, and the science continues to improve around taste, onset, offset, clarity. Who knows what else is possible? I always love stealing a line from Dr. Harold Hand with Vertosa, who closed one of his podcasts with a fascinating fact that I'll never forget. For 4,000 years, humans have survived on 2 molecular compounds for 6 drinks. If you think about it, 6 beverages we've gotten by with for 4,000 years thanks to 2 molecular compounds. One's ethanol. We all know that's the technical term for alcohol. So 3 of those drinks, beer, wine, and spirits. The second molecular compound is caffeine. I think we all got a bit of that this morning. But coffee, tea, and Coke have been powered by caffeine for many, many years. And now you introduce the cannabis plant, the cannabis sativa plant that has 113 and growing molecular compounds that have yet to be researched and studied for how they can help humans. As I mentioned, I'm almost 4 decades into beverages. This is the first time I've ever been able to manufacture, sell, and distribute a beverage that can satisfy humans in 2 important dimensions. And there isn't one other beverage that can do that. We can satisfy consumers with a health and wellness dimension. When you think about the cannabinoids that are available through CBD and CBN and CBG, and then you have the all-important, yet to be exploited potential for THC-infused beverages. We are clearly onto something here. But the one most important message that I can send to all of you and the entire industry is there are 2 very important non-compromising deliverables that have to be met by all manufacturers, and that are 2 very, very important things: safety and quality. And I was thinking, and I'm sure most of you probably flew in to San Francisco or Oakland or wherever you got here from. What I didn't see when I walked down the jetway was, one of those A-frame signs with the pilot and the hat and the 4 lines for a captain and a little caption that said, 98% of our flights get to their destination. 98 I would have taken in high school. But a 98% guarantee that I would get to San Francisco safely, I got to tell you, wouldn't have been enough for me. My first question was, what about that 2%? What happened to those people? Airlines operate at a standard called 6 Sigma, which is 99.99966% success. That means there are little to no defects. And it's a measure of standard deviation against outcomes to make sure that whatever you do is done right every time. We've been in this industry now for 3 years. And I've seen people walking around with packaged containers where you opened them up. Maybe you had a bottle of water, maybe a soft drink, an orange juice. None of those products had a COA. Not one of them. We all just turned the cap. Now, did anybody look at the label on the back and call the 1-800 number, customer service, and say, hey, I've got lot, this was produced on this day. Please tell me that everybody showed up to make sure that in the plant that they followed good manufacturing practices, because I'm about to put this in my stomach. I'm not going to pour it on me. I'm going to put it inside my mouth. It's going to be inside here. Please tell me. I know you guys don't have to do COAs. Is this safe to drink? Did anybody do that? when that wine got opened or that cocktail got made for you? Did anybody question, knowing that they don't have to get certificates of analysis on that batch of vodka that was made or that batch of orange juice or that soft drink you had? Did anybody once think about it? Please, did anybody question and go, my God, this is a personal thing I'm doing. I'm actually going to open my mouth and I'm going to put this inside my body. Nobody questioned it, did you? You know why? Because for over 100 years, beverage manufacturing in the mainstream world, whether it's beer, wine, spirits, soft drinks, energy drinks, sport drinks, they own their quality. They have R&D departments, they have quality departments, they have all the things that make sure that what comes out of that facility is safe for human consumption. And we must achieve that standard for this industry. Uncompromising commitment to safety. What we can't have is one bad experience. I hate hearing somebody say they had a cannabis experience that wasn't good. And we've got to up our game to make sure that whatever we do that comes out of any manufacturing facility, beverage, edibles, or otherwise, meets the quality standards that we expect. Thankfully, we have a safeguard called the required state lab testing process to make sure that everything in that beverage has been tested and satisfies so that it is safe for consumption.